I got my name, I don't need her. The recipes make clear, cause you know I'm just gonna read her. The recipes too clear, and I got my name, I don't need her. The recipes make clear, cause you know I'm just gonna read her. The recipes too clear. Yeah, I'm walking with them racks. Yeah, I'm walking with them stacks. Watch I make it right back. Yeah, my Uzi all black. Walk around with a Mac. It was really nice to know ya, but I see right through ya.
YouTube, it's your boy Mitch is lit, back with another video, man. And we got a Jimmy High Roller banger. Jimmy High Roller. Let's get it, bro. The harsh truth about Caitlin Clark. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Caitlin Clark, she's a bucket, bro. She's the reason why the WNBA is where it is right now. Lock in.
Some athletes are good. Some athletes are great. But very rarely does an athlete make such an impact that they begin to transcend their sport. You know, those times where an athlete is creating so much buzz that people who don't even follow the sport know their name.
She's like
athletes hardly.
She's like the Steph Curry of WNBA. If we being honest, bro, she is the Steph Curry of WNBA. Prove me wrong.
Ever come around. But when they do, you know something special is going on. Growing up, I used to skate, so of course I know who Tony Hawk is. But my mom also knows who Tony Hawk is. In a sport that tends to only retain the most die-hard fans, Usain Bolt was so incredible that he became a household name. And it also helped that his name sounds like he was destined to be the fastest man of all time. Ask the average person to name any golfer, and they'll instantly say Tiger Woods, followed by no one else. There are very few athletes that reach
Look at LeBron,
this level
man.
of popularity. Where
Look at
they
LeBron.
almost single-handedly lift their sport
Really
to
a
new
goat.
heights. And right
Better
now,
than Jordan.
Women's basketball is home to an athlete that may just be next in line to be one of these transcendent athletes. Caitlin Clark has only been in the WNBA for one season, and she is already the face of the league, drawing in more fans, viewers, money than ever before. But it hasn't come without harsh criticism, some of it targeted at the disproportionate admiration.
Bro,
and
all that,
attention
bro.
being
All that criticism, bro, because she's taking a spotlight. They don't realize that she's really helping everyone else eat, bro. They think it's, oh yeah, she's just collecting the spotlight because she is just Caitlin Clark. It's Caitlin Clark. Oh my God, it's Caitlin Clark. Bro, they don't realize that she's really upbringing everyone else, bro, but they don't see it that way. They see it like she's just doing all this for herself, bro. She's doing this for everybody, bro. She's feeding the whole WNBA, and they don't see that, bro. They just hating on her because it's Caitlin Clark, bro. Stop hating.
given
Stop
to
the
just
hate.
one player, and some of this criticism claiming she simply isn't nearly as dominant as we are led to believe. A product of the sports media machine pushing their golden
Oh my
genre.
God.
Is Caitlin Clark
my God,
really
Caitlin Clark,
as good as
chill.
advertised? Or have her talents been overblown for the sake of the WNBA and the future of women's basketball?
And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport.
Yup. Give her flowers, bro.
Today's video is sponsored by
Give her
DraftKings.
flowers, bro.
Football season is here, and my partners at DraftKings are ready to make your Sundays even. Download the DraftKings Sport.
Back to the
On
video.
April 7th of this year, the women of the NCAA Basketball Championship accomplished something completely unprecedented. Throughout the game, they drew in nearly 19 million viewers. A number
Look at
that
Caitlin
shattered
Clark,
every
man.
NCAA women's
I was about to say
record,
Curry.
exceeded the viewership of any men's tournament game over the last half decade, and even surpassed every single NBA Finals game since 2018. The game was a groundbreaking spectacle, with people who had never even tuned into a single basketball game in their life turning on the TVs to see who would be crowned champions. The majority of this flocking attributed to one player, Caitlin Clark. Her unbelievable range and record-breaking performances proving to be must-watch TV. The true testament of her greatness and impact, all of the doubt and borderline detest.
Because
that quickly
it's
followed her
it's the aura of Stephen Curry in her body, bro. Like she got that shooter ability like Stephen Curry already, bro. She's shooting like Curry. She's really shooting like Curry, bro.
Some fans and players, both past and present, questioning if her talents would translate to the next level and if the horde of fans she inspired would follow. They did. Her WNBA debut attracted the most viewers of any WNBA game in the history of ESPN. Indiana's home game attendance jumped from an average of 4,000 fans last season to an average of over 17,000 fans this season, a more than 400% increase in just a single year. Transactions in the Fever's team store jumped over 700%, and WNBA viewership has skyrocketed to levels that even Clark's biggest advocates could not foresee. Game 4 of last year's WNBA Finals drew in more viewers than any WNBA game over the last 2 decades, with 728,000 fans tuning in for the game.
Oh my God.
Living up to the hype as one of the most anticipated games in the history of the league. This season, there were 22 regular season games that eclipsed that mark.
Bro.
21 of
Bro, look at the viewership. Bro, it's the Caitlin Clark effect, bro. If you don't know about that, bro, it's really that her effect is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
them drawing in over 1 million viewers. Even crazier, 18 of those 22 games featured Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. But the most revealing evidence of the now dubbed Caitlin Clark effect is the fact that WNBA viewership has nearly caught up with NBA viewership in 2024. On ESPN, NBA games averaged 1.56 million viewers this past season. WNBA games averaged 1.2 million viewers, a number that was inconceivable just a couple years ago. But Caitlin Clark's soaring popularity has been a point of contention for many fans of the WNBA, frustrated that in a league that is bursting with talent right now, it's all just being overlooked for the poster child of women's basketball. Do Caitlin's abilities actually warrant the hype?
Yo, I see the
in
post
just her-
where Caitlin Clark look like Rick Owens. my bad. Bro, but you can really see it though. Like she really do look like Rick Owens, bro.
rookie season, Caitlin broke over a dozen league and franchise records, including the WNBA's single-season assist record.
Bro,
She set
what?
the record for the most assists in a single game.
What? Look how many records there is for the WNBA, bro. All these can get dropped by one player under the NBA, bro. You know how crazy that is? Most 15.5 assist games in a season. 21 and counting. Bro. Goddamn. Who? I could just say James Harden gets that in one game. He gets that in 30 games.
She received the most All-Star votes of any player in WNBA history, set a new league record for double-doubles by a guard in a single season, scored the most
Bro,
points
look how
of
many.
any
Oh
rookie
my
in league
God, bro. Look how many stats she just broke, bro.
history, and became the first rookie in
God
WNBA
damn.
history to put up a
hit
triple-double.
different.
Just this past week, it was announced
That's
that
different.
Caitlin made first-team All-WNBA, which makes her the first rookie to make first-team All-League since Candace Parker did it 16
What?
years ago. Turns out those awe-inspiring performances from her days in college did in fact translate to the pros. Because even against the best defense in the world, she is pretty much an offensive cheat code. Throughout her rookie season, with points and assists, Clark generated 45.2% of all points produced by the Indiana Fever. For perspective,
Yo,
she
is
has
she-
a larger offensive
Is LeBron? Is she LeBron? Yo, is she like a women's version of LeBron and Curry mix? What is going on?
load than every single player in the NBA last season outside of Luka Doncic. And she's
wild.
a rookie. But to really understand Caitlin's unparalleled offensive prowess, here are the 200 most productive offensive seasons in WNBA history on a scale of points generated per game. And among these seasons, you'll find the greatest players in the league's history. Lisa Leslie, Tamika Catchings, Cheryl Swoops,
I'm
Candace
not even gonna
Parker,
lie.
Angel McCoy-
I don't even know why Jimmy Hyler wastes his time, bro. I don't know a single player except for Candace Parker. I don't know a single player on this whole picture, bro, except for Candace Parker, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I have not watched any type WNBA, so he's
Country
wasting your
have
breath, bro.
tons of seasons littered throughout this chart. Climb towards the top,
wasting
and
your
you'll
breath,
find
bro.
seasons from Asia Wilson and Cynthia Cooper. But with 4 of the
Oh,
top
and
10
Asia
most
Wilson, yeah.
productive offensive seasons in
Those are the only two
WNBA
females, and
history
Caitlin Clark,
is
obviously.
Diana Taurasi.
And
Her
Diana
2006 campaign being the best of them all, producing 33.9 points per game.
Look at
And
Caitlin
then there's
Clark.
Caitlin Clark. who
Oh
is
my
already
God. Caitlin Clark averages 38 points per game. Oh my God, she's LeBron. She's LeBron of the WNBA with a Curry shooting ability. There's no way you can take that out, take that away, bro. She's GOAT. She's GOAT.
The most potent offensive player in the history of the WNBA in her rookie season. Women's Hoops has never seen a player like this. And as absurd as her numbers are, how she puts up these numbers is just as incredible. Here are the players who attempt the longest three-pointers on average in the NBA last season, with Trae Young leading the league with the deepest three-point attempts with an average distance of 27.94 feet, and Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry just a shade closer. Despite it still being worth the same amount of points, the longest shooters in the NBA are stepping 4 feet outside the three-point line on their attempts. But even amongst the deepest shooters in the world, Caitlin Clark is on her own island, because throughout the 2024 regular season, her average three-point distance was 28.1 feet,
What?
which is not only further than any player in the NBA and
No
in the
way.
WNBA, it is a whopping 6 feet out from the WNBA three-point line. Has Caitlin Clark been worth all the attention?
She's shooting farther than Curry, Damian Lillard, and Trae Young. Give her a max extension contract. Give her a max deal, bro. Give her the bag, bro. Give her the bag, bro. Give her all the WNBA money, man.
And
That's
hype
crazy.
that has engulfed her over the last 2 years? Yeah, I'd say so. She didn't just have a successful rookie season. She had one of the best rookie seasons in recent basketball history. And this isn't just to her benefit, but the benefit of the entire WNBA. Because the seismic boost in the WNBA's popularity this season is not limited to those turning on the games to see what she'll do next. It can also be found in the fans actually showing up to the games. Looking at a chart of the average attendance of WNBA games since the inception of the league in 1997 will tell you a story of a league that has seen their fair share of good days and bad ones. In 1997, there were only 8 WNBA teams, all with really healthy attendance numbers due to the excitement of a new women's league. The league quickly expanded to 16 teams, with a handful of teams emerging as fan favorites, like the Washington Mystics, the Phoenix Mercury, and the LA Sparks. But with a massive league expansion came a nearly equal retraction. Many teams folding along the way, such as the Soul, Fire, Miracle, and Sting. But it wasn't until COVID where the league's once steady fan base was wiped out. In 2020, there were no fans in attendance due to COVID protocols, and when play resumed in 2021, attendance was at an all-time low. A number that has been quickly rising in the few years since the pandemic, but has specifically seen an explosion this season, where for the first time, league attendance was higher than the WNBA's inaugural season. The Indiana Fever seeing the highest attendance numbers in league history, nearly selling out every single home game. In a league where attracting the casual fan has been a seemingly insurmountable task, Caitlin Clark has defied the odds by not only drawing in new fans for her and her team, but rising the tides for the entire league. This is
That's
completely
crazy.
unprecedented. At least in the WNBA it is. But there was a time when the NBA was facing similar struggles until a pair of players showed up and changed everything. After the success of the Celtics in the 1960s, the NBA's growth in popularity
Bro,
had come
look
to
at
a
these
grinding halt
washed
in
up
the 70s.
players, bro. Bro, it was probably easy back then in the 60s, bro. It was probably easy. It was probably Souk City.
The league had a rampant drug problem. An emerging rival league known as the ABA was picking up steam, and the NBA didn't really have a face to propel the league into the next decade. Jerry West was on his way out. Kareem was incredible, but he didn't really have the personality or charm that fans gravitate towards. Bill Walton's prime was cut short due to injuries, and many fans felt Julius Erving's introduction to the league after leaving the ABA in 1976 was a bit short of what was advertised. Many games were lucky to see even half
Wait, I thought the
capacity in
ABA. I
attendance.
thought the ABA was the NBA. It was something else. Oh, my fault.
Many teams were losing money. The NBA had fallen to a, quote, second-tier sport behind the NFL, MLB, and NHL. All of this culminating to the point where some networks infamously had
Ooh, that was a
NBA Finals
delay.
games on tape delay in the late 70s due to low ratings. The league was in desperate need of a
Dang.
generational, transcendent superstar. Lucky for them, they got two. Coming off the most popular rivalry in the history of college basketball, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson propelled the league to new heights in the 80s, transforming the NBA from a second-rate league into a behemoth of sports and entertainment. A tandem that many longtime NBA fans say saved the NBA. Now, this isn't to say Caitlyn is the second coming of two of the greatest, most important figures in the history of basketball.
She saved.
But her
Bro, to be honest, bro, if Caitlyn Clark was never to get drafted, bro, nobody will watch the WNBA still, bro. Their ratings would have dropped. Their ratings would have plummeted under the ground, bro. Not even on the ground, under the ground, bro. It would have been crazy.
impact on the sport at such an early stage in her career has reached a level reminiscent of some of the most influential athletes of all time relative to their sport. Because her popularity hasn't just affected her, it has had a cascading effect on players across the entire WNBA. Clark has essentially become the gateway to NBA fandom for many people. They come to witness the phenomenon that she is and end up staying once they see just how awesome the league and its players are. Players around the league are signing groundbreaking endorsement deals. Teams now have their own planes and new facilities. Many WNBA players have become household names, some of the most recognizable figures in sports today. There is real, genuine discourse about the games and the players right now that exists beyond the diehard fans. Conversations about the WNBA are now no longer about the legitimacy of the league itself, but instead about its players, records being broken, rivalries, the playoffs, title hopes, the draft, and up-and-coming prospects. It's understandable that Caitlyn's explosion in popularity has caused a lot of tension. Why is she getting all the attention when there's tons of great players around the league doing great things? The answer to that question? Well, it depends on who you ask.
It depends on who you ask.
There's no denying the widespread impact Clark has made on the league in just a single season. For years, players in the WNBA pushed for people to give their talents and their skills and the product a chance. And in record numbers, people finally are. Now, what it took to get them to tune in may not be the most ideal circumstance, where for many casual fans, one player is overshadowing the vast majority of an entire league, but it's 1,000 steps in the right direction. Whether the Caitlyn Clark effect will have a lasting impact on the league and retain these new viewers and fans and continue to draw in more in the future is something that only time will tell. But one season in, and she is on a path to being one of the very few truly game-changing athletes of her generation. And yes, she's got all the talent to back it up.
Bro, that was a W video, man. Hey, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, bro. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.